are you ready to do some tier lists and learn about tier lists?
Let's do it.
Two mates, one obsession, cars. We're here to talk, drive, and occasionally bin it in the name of automotive passion. From dream garages to the latest car news, this is the Ditch Finders Podcast.
Okay, so that is the 2 warm-up rounds done. This is the beast now, mate. We're on 2 F1 tracks.
This is the big one. This is the daddy.
I think we should probably go through this at some speed because it's a lot.
Let's not overthink this too much.
Yeah. These are not in order, I'm afraid. I did want to put them in order, but they're not. And I'm not that good to remember exactly the order.
Are they alphabetical? No, they're not even that. Okay.
One we can start with, though, is Australia.
Yes. I think there's a certain level of excitement because it's traditionally been the start of the season.
Correct.
So, but it's not a track that get overly excited by. I'd put it in A. So it would be in the start of the season, quite exciting.
That's pretty hard.
And it's quite a fast track, and usually give some. And actually, this season, it was the start of the season again, and it was a really exciting,
a great race with the rain.
Yeah.
Most of the rookies crashed out.
That, I think it's got to go A.
Because of the race this season, I'll put it in A. But I think normally I probably wouldn't go above a B.
Okay.
Austria.
For one reason only.
Mm-hmm.
Playing F1 23, 24, 25.
Yeah.
It's the most fun track to compare times because it's the shortest track.
Yeah.
So being able to just bash out laps, and it's quite a simple track that with a couple of little technical aspects, especially what's classed as turn 3, I think. That tight right-hander at the top of the straight. There's some really fast flowing stuff. I'd put it in S.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too far away from you on that. I mean, it's definitely better than Australia. I think the race. Do you remember the race last year with Lando and Verstappen? Because they've got those heavy braking zones.
Yeah,
there's always
loads of opportunity to overtake.
Late braking.
Yeah,
it's fucking good.
It's probably a very good track to go and watch at because you're going to get a lot of viewing bang for your buck.
Yeah,
because it's not over a big area.
And it's on quite a bit of a hill, isn't it?
Yeah,
you get quite a good viewing of it.
Maybe we should go to Austria.
Yeah. Azerbaijan, Baku.
I'm not a massive fan of street circuits,
but
is it the fastest circuit on the calendar?
In terms of the high speed reached?
Highest average speed over the whole lap.
Okay. I mean, it's got probably one of the longest straights, isn't it? It's huge, that straight.
Yeah. Is that where they've recently been at, just before Miami? That was Azerbaijan, wasn't it? That was Baku.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
You rank it.
You search. This is the one where it's got that really tight bit through the buildings.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course. Where's the other one I'm thinking of?
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Abu Dhabi, probably. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. Not that fast.
No. I think it's actually the cheapest one to go to on the grid or something.
Really?
I think someone said that to me.
Is it safe to go to? Is that one?
Don't know. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Let's not get cancelled again. For the sake of, we've got a few tracks to get through.
Yeah, let's bash it out. Ditch.
Yep.
Ouch. Bahrain.
I like it.
Do you?
I do like Bahrain.
I just think in terms of the fans and the location, it's just really lifeless.
Agreed. I think it's probably on a very similar... It's actually a similar track layout, position, timings and everything to Qatar, and Qatar's better.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've got an association with MotoGP.
Yeah.
Qatar used to be always the first GP of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's floodlit and it's really cool. So
Bahrain has been a few times, isn't it? The first race of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they tested there as well, didn't they?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'd give it a C.
C, I'm happy with that. Belgium, Spa.
S.
S.
No quibbles there. Brazil is actually a really good, fun track to play on.
I love racing on it on the sim.
Really good fun.
It's so narrow, isn't it?
It is, but it flows nicely in certain aspects.
I mean, some of the last years with the rain, when it rains, it really rains.
And Verstappen's performance in the rain last year was pretty much that one in the championship.
One of the races of his career.
I'd give that an A.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Canada, Montreal. Again, it just rains every time, so it's just quite enjoyable.
Yeah, it is.
But is it the best track in the world?
No, but it's quite fun playing the games and races. This is what I'm going to compare to go round the circuits. Is it fun? Has it got a nice flow to it? And does it produce good racing?
This is it. What we base it on? Is it to watch? Is it to drive? Is it the technicality of the corners?
If we compare to Bahrain, Brazil, does it sit in between? Does it sit? I would say it sits in a B. I say it's better than Bahrain, not as good as Brazil or Australia.
China. It's obviously got that crazy start, hasn't it, where it just keeps that first go.
Goes forever. It's quite cool for Lewis Hamilton to get his first podium.
I think
win. Is it a sprint win, wasn't it? Was it win?
Rings a bell, yeah.
I think he won sprint.
Rings a bell.
But then he got cancelled in the race.
I think it's a good track to test out in terms of testing the F1 cars. Like, it's quite technical.
Why I think it's interesting is I think it's recently come back to the calendar. The younger drivers haven't done it. And the older drivers, i.e. Hamilton, do better. So
the old boys.
I'd put it probably C if it were me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not bothered about putting it further than that.
Hungary. I love the Hungary circuit.
It's a weird track.
But again, playing it on the sim, it's a lovely. I really like going around. I'm quick on it.
Yeah, you like it, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite tough on the sim, isn't it? Yeah. To get the corners right.
Yeah.
And you're almost setting yourself up for the corner after on a lot.
There's basically one straight. Yeah, it's not very long. So it's all corners.
That's the downside. There's not much overtaking.
But that's
main straight.
That's less the track's fault than it is F1's fault.
B?
I'd put it in B.
Yeah?
I'd put it on par with Canada.
God, we're so aligned.
Yeah.
Italy, Imola.
We play this a lot on the sim. It's an amazing.
It's so good. I love that. The bit where you go down and then right up the hill again.
When it's one of those tracks that when you hit
you
either brake markers or corner right is the most satisfying thing. I'd actually put it in S.
S?
Yeah, it's really I really like the circuit. If not, certainly A.
It has got a lot of history with like Ferrari and stuff as well. I mean, it's where obviously Senna crashed. Should we put it at the top of A for now?
Yep, happy with that.
I don't want to overload S. Should be pretty reserved, shouldn't it?
Should be top tier. Okay.
Monza.
B. For me. Good, great Italian circuit. Obviously,
great crowd.
Amazing for Ferrari. It's always where the biggest Ferrari crowd is. But it's quite a simple circuit.
It is quite simple, yeah. It's not too long, is it?
No.
Again, I quite enjoy driving it, but it's not that technical. No.
Although
about it.
The one thing that I always get annoyed by is Jake on the sim. That first corner, that chicane, was just shove it up my arse. Just destroy the entire race.
Yeah, that
to bleep that.
What was I going to say? Yeah, online racing on F1 on that is a write-off. The first corner is just a bloodbath.
There's no point in moving. If it comes on, I'm just like, nah, skip.
Japan, Suzuka.
I really like Japan.
Like Suzuka.
It's such a good circuit. It's a really technical circuit. There's that first sector is so hard to get perfect because it's almost just S's.
It's just figure of eight.
And the way you can carry speed through turn 1 and turn 2 because it's somewhat cambered, you can carry more speed than you think.
Speed, yeah.
And it's just a beautiful.
That's an A for me.
Agreed.
Were you going to say S?
No, I'm happy with A.
Mexico.
I don't like it.
Don't like
Mainly because I'm so slow and I've never gotten very good at it on the sim. I'd ditch it.
Yeah.
Purely on the basis that I'm crap on it.
I've always just liked it just because of what's his name? He's not racing anymore. Perez. He just had such a big home following.
Yeah.
It was just so funny. No shit.
The one thing I do like about it is that kind of final sector through the grandstands.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that.
I feel like ditch is harsh, man.
I'd allow a C.
Yeah.
Because we've had some good racing there as well. Verstappen and Norris last year.
Yeah. See, Monaco, for actual racing and viewability,
ditch it. But
for history and just the fucking scenario and like the scenery, just S, mate.
Yeah.
So is it in the middle?
That's a really tough one.
Oh my God, yeah. hate driving it.
As an event.
Yeah.
It's just
and the grid
next
wall.
level.
Yeah.
It's so prestigious that you can't ditch it. You can based on the racing.
Yeah.
If you're talking qualifying, the qualifying's way better than the race.
Qualifying's good, yeah.
But anything less than an S seems
It's
wrong.
This could be in any category for me. I don't even
You
know.
can justify it anywhere.
Yeah.
Or you almost don't want to put it on the board.
Yeah. It should be in its own tier.
I think for what F1's about, everything other than the racing, it's the most prestigious event of the year. So it's got to go an S. It's one of those top tier things that demands a certain level of
S.
Yeah.
That is a big decision. Zandvoort, Netherlands.
I like the cambered corners.
Yeah.
And the way it flows, but I've never gelled with it.
In terms of watching or driving?
Both.
Yeah. The cambered corners are cool. It's a tough track to drive. I always go off on the dirt after that section mark.
It's a B or C. It's a C for me.
You get some pretty good fans there. I mean, they all support Verstappen, but they are good fans. C?
Yep. Happy with that.
I think maybe
yeah,
up here somewhere.
High-end C.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair.
Qatar.
B for me.
B.
So I like the circuit a lot. I like the floodlit aspect. It's been resurfaced. We haven't been there yet this year, have we?
No.
I like the circuit.
To be honest, mate, I can't really remember much about the previous races from Qatar.
No, I can't actually, to be fair either. But I have a soft spot because of motorsport.
What did you say? B?
Yeah.
B?
Yep.
So you think that's better than Zandvoort?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
It's not a right or wrong answer. Saudi Arabia. This is the really thin street circuit.
Where they've just been. Is that the one I was talking about?
That might
former
have been
for me.
Yeah.
Should we look at the calendar? That would help.
I just lose track.
We should follow this way
Go on,
better.
Tom.
Right, here we go. Here we go.
It's a really thin
Yeah,
one.
well,
on
Saudi
the
Arabia.
sea.
Yes, and that's the quickest circuit.
Right. Okay.
It's so fast.
Yeah. It's got some
But I
funky corners.
I'm not fussed by street circuits. They're always going to rank lower for me.
And again, it's no offense on the Middle East countries. It's just because of the surround. Obviously, a lot of them are very rich and whatever, but I don't get the energy from like the crowd and
It doesn't have the vibe.
and the surround. Yeah, the vibe, just the general vibe.
It's a C for me.
C. I'm happy with that. Singapore
Street circuit.
circuit.
I am so crap at this. It's by far
Oh
the
my God,
hardest
tough.
circuit. It's harder than Monaco for me.
Yeah.
And it seems to go on forever.
This will sound soft as shit, but I just feel sorry for the drivers there because it's so bloody hot, and I'm just like, it must just be roasting,
Yeah.
and you just feel like no one's enjoying it.
No. It's C.
See, got me flying.
Are we
for
only
this.
going
This
to
is
ditch
good.
one circuit? Did we ditch Singapore as well?
It's quite tough,
I would ditch Singapore.
really.
Yep. We've got loads in C.
Yeah, true. Spain.
Okay.
So I've got Barcelona down here, but I believe this year it's moving to a street circuit in Madrid for the first time.
What?
I believe.
How have I not known about this?
Yeah, search it.
I love
I might be wrong
Catalonia.
here.
If it's Catalonia's an amazing
Search
circuit.
it.
Oh my god.
Or maybe that's next year.
Here we go. Upcoming events. You might be. No, it is. It is.
No, is that next
in
year?
Barcelona.
Oh, that must be this year.
No way. That would be weird.
That'd be crazy.
And Catalonia's a lovely. I really like that.
Yeah.
Again, for MotoGP, it's a big MotoGP
Right.
circuit.
It's got that interesting downhill bit on the straight, isn't it?
I'd go for A.
Yeah, you know what? When I was putting this together, I was like, I'm not that bothered about Spain.
Should we meet in the middle at B then?
B. High B.
Hi B. Thank you.
Oh, but then you can't put it above Hungary.
It's a lovely circuit. It's
Oh,
it's
maybe you
probably
can.
the circuit bar Austria that I've done the most laps on.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind driving it. Silverstone.
Yes.
Yeah. We're biased for a start.
And it's the home of Formula 1.
It is.
So kind of undisputed.
Can't argue with that.
No.
And again, weather is always hit and miss, which makes it exciting.
There's some really fast sections. There's some really tricky sections.
Yeah.
But also is one of those, again, where if you nail it, it feels so good.
Yeah, that's another one where it's hard to really put a lap together on. But in terms of F1 and watching it, it's well up there. Good people that turn up and
really good racing.
Yeah,
usually
it's just cool. I'm going this year, so I'll see everyone there on the Sunday. Austin,
great circuit.
Texas,
great circuit.
Cool circuit. I do like it actually. Some good overtaking opportunities.
Where to put it?
And I just love. I mean, a lot of the American novelty rubs off on me slightly, but it's just funny how over the top it is.
Yeah, I'd definitely go B, maybe even A.
I'd go high B.
Let's go for that.
Yeah, top of B. Las Vegas.
Can we put Spain in front of Canada, please? And then Italy in front of Canada as well.
Monza in front of Canada. You don't like Canada.
And then
Hungary
at the back.
Canada is so mid. Is it even B?
Put it in C.
Top of C.
Yeah, then keep it Qatar in front of Hungary as well, and then I'm happy.
Okay. Who listens to this? No, I don't disagree. Las Vegas. We had 2 years of it now?
Purely based on how shit the setup is and how cringy some of the stuff they do with it.
So cringe. I'm so in agreement with that. Yeah. The highlight of Las Vegas GP so far for me is when that drain colour hit someone or fell off or some shit.
Leclerc's Ferrari.
Yeah. Miami. Again, it's a bit obnoxious.
Way too cringe, actually.
Yeah.
That was a complete flop. Norris's first win, however, C, maybe even Dish. Go, C. There's some exciting racing.
It's better than like Mexico and Saudi Arabia.
Go with C, yeah.
Probably better than China as well. If we were doing it on Martin's grid walks before the race, it would be the top of S.
Good point.
Because you could get so many stupid sportsmen that don't know what they're on about.
That'll be the next one we do.
Yeah. Martin Brundle grid walks.
Yeah.
And then finally, Abu Dhabi. Oh, such a cool track.
I used to rank it loads higher. I think it was... Which Forza Motorsport did we play this a lot on? And we played it a bit on F1. I don't know whether to put it in B or maybe an A. Where are you leaning towards?
Oh, look, it normally rounds off the season, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, obviously when Verstappen beat Lewis on the last lap, and there's a lot of good memories from that. And I think the crowd is pretty good there, actually.
Let's go A.
Let's say it. Better than Japan? No. Japan. Right, now we have to review what's currently there.
Yeah, okay. Do we agree in S that Monaco goes at the back?
Yes, I
It's
agree.
prestigious, but from a race point of view,
This is it.
It cannot go anywhere.
Let's rank S as well.
So yeah, that's got to go at the back. And then I think Spa and Silverstone are so prestigious that I do love Austria, but there's just something about those two that just demand a level of respect.
If I'm watching a race between Spa and Silverstone, I would pick Silverstone.
So Silverstone's got to go top. Do we think Silverstone, Spa, Austria, Monaco? I'm happy with that if you're happy with that.
Thing is with Austria, it's good racing and it's wicked to play, but it's a pretty simple track. But
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Down to A.
Austria's dropping back a bit for me.
Australia, yeah. I think Japan's got to come up.
Yeah. Above Brazil as well.
I think it's got to go Italy,
Brazil is
Japan.
good.
Italy, Japan, Brazil. Australia, Abu Dhabi. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now into B.
Sorry, Monza's better than Austin.
Agreed. Spain's better than Austin for me as well. I'd be tempted to put Qatar.
I know you get that.
Austin as well, but that's just me. Then I'm happy with B there. C. This one's a tough one. There's quite a few in there. Tempted to put Bahrain first, then Zandvoort.
Zandvoort looks like it should go up a bit.
Zandvoort go to the front. Maybe followed by Miami or Bahrain. No, Bahrain, Miami, maybe.
It's funny, isn't it? When I thought of Canada earlier, I think because of the rain and stuff, I quite enjoy it. But the more I think about it, the worse it gets.
It just keeps dropping back.
If we carry on, it will be at the bottom.
It was almost in B a minute ago, and it's almost ditched.
I reckon we have to pick one more to go and ditched.
Oh, I think you're right.
And it's this.
Yeah. And it's gone.
But we'll put it at the top. And it's gone. Can't put it at the top.
Are we putting Azerbaijan at the back of ditch? Because it was the first one we ditched.
It's not even that bad. We've actually had some good racing recently.
Yeah.
Recent years. Las Vegas is just bottom.
Yeah, it is actually. You're right.
It's just money-making cringe for me. I'm quite impressed how they actually got a racetrack in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's commendable.
That's probably the most exciting thing about it, is from an engineering point of view, what they've managed to do.
I don't know if it was the first one or they've done it on both times, when they've got all the players like coming up on these podiums before there's all the crowd and like fireworks, and they were just stood there like. Oh.
They had Bruce Buffer, the UFC announcer, do it as if they're fighters. Like, no.
Saf was there just like frowning.
And they're all just there, like stood there really awkwardly, like looking side to side. It was actually more awkward than the F1 75 live thing.
That's tough to beat.
Yeah. And Miami wasn't great either, to be honest.
It's not far off Miami, But it is a better track.
It is a much better track. I'm happy with that.
I'm pretty happy,
And I've got to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
You're now a tier list fiend.
Converted.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to spend hours watching it like you do, but I'm excited to do some more of these.
Yeah, we'll have to get a few more going. Any suggestions? If you do enjoy it, let us know what you want us to tier list.
Yeah.
And we're sure this is definitely not everyone's opinion, so apologies if we've offended you there.
It'd be interesting if give some feedback on Forza, the M3s, and this as to what you might change, and if we're just completely wrong.
I'm pretty happy with the M3s.
Yeah. I just like in my mind sorting things and putting things in place,
Who's the autistic one now?
I think we've both got a bit of the tism.
The tism. I'm pretty happy with those.
Mate.
Might frame them and see how they age, because I'm sure they'll change.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Right, before we wrap up,
Oh, bloody hell.
Dream Car Garage. Do you need a quick refresh reminder? Are you happy?
I'm just going to send it.
Right, okay. What are you going for?
Gallardo.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, the way you explained it. Shouty, aggressive, bright colours, a bright yellow Lamborghini Gallardo V10.
Okay. Interesting.
What? So did your granddad have a car in mind? Or did you have a car in mind?
He has a car in mind.
Right.
And for him, it suits.
Okay. Why is it?
It's not something it's a bit of a side bet when you actually think about it, because it's a curveball.
Right. I have no leads right now.
It's not a real one because they're millions. It's a replica.
A replica?
A Ford GT40.
A replica Ford GT40?
They are stunning. They look amazing, and there's some fantastic ones out there.
Are they made out of fiberglass?
I don't know, probably, yeah. But they're well made, and they look amazing.
They look sick.
Yeah. And they're 80-ish grand.
Right. What, it was a V8?
Yep.
Yeah?
5 litre.
I mean,
I've offered
that would turn some heads.
Would turn some heads, but the noise of them, they're just so raw. They're amazing, completely uncomfortable, and one of the sexiest things. It's
like,
just a piece of art.
What's the chassis?
I haven't looked this far in. I've got to go and look.
Like, is it a Mazda MX-5 chassis?
No,
like, what is it based on?
No, it's like a full, like based on.
It's like a retro mod thing.
Proper
yeah,
replica.
So it's properly engineered.
Like I guess
it's not like a kit car.
Kind of, but properly. It's not like
You're not
a Caterham, but
no.
I've offered for us to drive it down to Spain.
If we have to, yeah.
I thought that'd be quite good fun. I don't think he'll want us to, and it's not to say he's actually going
to
go forward. But
would he source it from the UK?
Yes.
Right.
He really wants one.
Mate, fuck it.
I've told him
he's got
to
an
do
F-Type at the moment, hasn't he? He's still got the F-Type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He wants another V8.
This is just a... Fuck it.
Mate, literally. Why not? Yeah.
It's really cool.
Wicked.
So, yeah.
I hope he does.
And there's not much else that's as head turn.
That is aggressive. Yeah.
Or / impractical.
Yeah.
But that's irrelevant. I said, even if you can't drive it, get in or out of it, it's still a nice thing to look at.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful. It depends how tacky it is as a retro mod. I'm sure, by the sounds of it, it's properly made.
There's some really good ones. There's a few companies in the UK that do them and do them properly. I want to go look at them and FaceTime them when I'm there, and we'll go through.
You can be his little agent.
Yeah,
in the field,
and then try and convince him to do it, and then take it down. Basically,
yeah. I'll join you.
Nice. Is that about us for today?
And that's it. Yeah,
we're going to wrap up.
Another long episode.
Thank you for your tier lists.
Welcome.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what other people think, and what you would come up with for the Dream Car Garage as well. You might need to go back and listen to the start.
Yeah,
to really get
a feel for
exactly
that was half the episode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, it's been a bit longer than usual. That is my bad. We should be back on the train of churning out content. And there seems to be a few exciting opportunities that have actually come about over the last month or so as well. Some of the things we mentioned beforehand are coming closer and into fruition with racing and some manufacturers, and it's all going quite well.
It's all pretty exciting. It's all going a bit too well.
We're, in theory, doing exactly what we wanted to do, and that's just open up access to more and more stuff.
And talk about what we want to talk about. You know, we're not optimizing these conversations for views or whatever. We just do stuff that sounds fun.
And this was.
Good. I'm glad. It was a bit of a 50-50 with you.
It was good.
So I'm glad you liked it.
It was good. I'm looking forward to doing some more, and I'm quite enjoying the fact that we've done 3 or 4 episodes on the bounce now that are completely different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't want to just turn up and do the same thing every week.
You set the bar high. I'm going to have
to
come up with something cool for next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Look forward to it.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Ciao.